Welcome to World Action and Reaction News. Please press subscribe button and press bell icon if you are new to the channel. Let's start news snapshot. Just ahead of his visit to India, French President Emmanuel Macron has given a shot in the arm of the Narendra Modi government to counter opposition's charge of irregularities in striking government-to-government deal for purchase of 36 Rafale jet fighters. In an exclusive interview with India Today Group editorial director Raj Chengappa, President Macron has said that if Narendra Modi government wants to divulge some of the critical information covered under the secrecy clause of the deal, France would not object to it. Macron is scheduled to visit India tomorrow. Macron's statement assumes significance in the view of continued attack by the opposition parties led by the Congress over Rafale deal. Congress President Rahul Gandhi had recently alleged that massive corruption happened in Rafale deal and Prime Minister Narendra Modi was personally involved in it. Speaking to India Today, Macron said that the economic, industrial, and strategic interests had been given proper consideration in finalizing the Rafale deal between India and France. He also said that though the deal was not signed during his tenure, it was in the interests of both the countries. The Indian Air Force, IAF, has projected that it may not be able to make tranche payments, akin to EMIs, for its past purchases in fiscal 2018-19, as adequate resources haven't been allotted by the Finance Ministry. The projection underlines the crisis that an increasingly lopsided defense budget has brought to the defense services. The IAF has been allocated Rs 35,755 crore for the next fiscal year, a sum that top officials say falls well short of the amount it has to pay for purchases made in the past few years, including for systems such as the Rafale fighter jets, Apache attack choppers and Chinook heavy-lift helicopters. All these aircraft are to be delivered by 2019 to 2020, but part payments need to be made every year as they go through the production cycle in France and the US, and training and associated activities commence from the Indian side. With the allocated budget short of its committed liabilities, the IAF will need to apply for special budgetary sanctions mid-year, throwing its financial planning out of gear. Sources said that the Air Force could be short by as much as Rs 14,000 crore, but that special provisions will be made later in the year to ensure that all commitments are honored. The Department of Atomic Energy, DRDO, will achieve a tenfold rise in uranium production in 3 phases by 2031-32, the government today informed the Lok Sabha. In a written response to a question in the lower house, Jitendra Singh, the Union Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office that directly looks after the DRDO, sought to assuage concerns by saying there is no shortage of nuclear fuel for atomic plants in the country. As per the vision plan prepared in order to fulfill the requirement of uranium to fuel nuclear power plants, the DRDO will achieve nearly tenfold rise in uranium production in next 15 years, by 2031-32. The uranium projects have been planned in 3 phases, Singh said. After completion of the first phase, it is expected to produce 3.5 times the existing uranium production by the 12th year, 2029. He said. On completion of the second phase, uranium production is expected to achieve 7 times the existing production. And, after the last phase is complete, uranium production of the country is expected to record a tenfold rise by 2031-32, the minister added. India has 22 operating nuclear power plants. 10 foreign reactors, 6 in Jadapur, Maharashtra, and 4 in Kudankulam, Tamil Nadu have been approved. The government has recently approved 10 more indigenous reactors. The move is also expected to fuel these new reactors. The DRDO mines uranium ore from Jadugudda mine in Jharkhand and Tumalapal mine in Andhra Pradesh. It also imports uranium from Canada, Russia, and Kazakhstan. The Chinese dragon and Indian elephant must not fight but dance with each other, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi today as he called on the two nations to shed mental inhibitions, manage differences, and meet each other halfway to enhance bilateral ties. Wang's remarks came during his annual press conference on the sidelines of the parliamentary session. Asked how China views relations with India this year after turbulence in ties in 2017 due to a number of issues including the Doklam standoff, Wang said, "Despite some tests and difficulties, the China-India relationship continues to grow." Bilateral ties were affected by a number of issues last year, including the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, China blocking efforts at the UN to list GEM chief Masood Azhar as a global terrorist, as well as India's entry into the Nuclear Suppliers Group, NSG. Troops of India and China were locked in a 73-day-long standoff in Doklam. The standoff ended on August 28 after the Chinese military stopped road building close to the strategic Chicken Neck corridor in an area claimed by Bhutan. Wang, however, said the two countries must shed mental inhibitions, manage differences, and meet each other halfway. China is upholding its rights and legitimate interests and taking care to preserve the relationship with India, he said. Chinese and Indian leaders have developed a strategic vision for the future of our relations. The Chinese dragon and Indian elephant must not fight each other but dance with each other, he said. If China and India are united, 1 + 1 will become 11 instead of 2, he said. Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, while briefing country's parliamentarians for the first time, disclosed development of new missile systems which country's premier public sector company Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, has taken up lately. DRDO has classified missile projects in two categories: 1. Mission mode projects and 2. Technology demonstration projects, under which and also has mentioned date of sanction, DOS, and probable date of completion, PDC, along with project cost which is mentioned above. Dhruvastra air-to-surface missile is the only project which has been sanctioned in 2018 and, as the name suggests, will be a long-range air-to-surface missile, ASM, based on Astra Bram airframe. Other new missile project disclosed for the first time are the development of a short-range anti-ship missile and Rudra M3, which is speculated to be new smart air-to-surface missile, ASM, on a similar line of Rudra M2. Anvsha is only missile project of DRDO which still remains a mystery till now.